I mean, in the interest of time, the last 10, 15 minutes, I appreciate that you're speaking about the now. And I'd also like you to also touch on, you spoke about Zimbabwe looking inwards. I'd like you to also address the black South Africans who happen to support foreign businesses, who also keep voting for politicians that aren't ensuring that our laws and our immigration is being sorted. If you can please touch on what you believe the solutions would be, and then I'll allow Rutendo the same for South Africans and for Zimbabweans as well. Or not just Zimbabweans, but all the, let's focus on the African foreigners. We'll speak about the white foreigners on another day.
Obviously, as South Africans, we need to support our own businesses. We need to be loyal. As a citizen, even when you employ, look, check, do a background check, and support your own fellow South African first. And when it comes to voting, look at the manifestos of those parties, what are they saying? But unfortunately, the political system as a South Africa, it's flawed, because you can vote for a party and you are told to wait for 5 years. There's no mechanism. When you play soccer, if you are now in you're not delivering, they pull you back. If you advertise a certain product and say this product can do ABC, the Advertising Standard Authority, can take you to court and say, no, you're lying, chief. But unfortunately, with our politics, even if you've got 5 years, but the third year, we realize that you cannot deliver. Like Sarah Maposa promised a bullet train, that you'll come up with a bullet train. We have no mechanism, to call you and say, you know what, chief, you have failed.
Let's talk solutions, because yes, you said it's the government that should be responsible for these things.
Yes, we should also, somewhere we should be lobbying that we also have those courts, along voting. We must also have a court system, even post-elections. If you're a government, you're a president, be it Thabo Mbeki, and you fail to deliver what you promised us, we need to take you on a civil lawsuit, and say, chief, your failures were not attributed to the markets. Not attributed. It was within your power. There was corruption. You could have done ABC, but you couldn't. And therefore, you need to account or pay back something. But when it comes to the issue of immigration, I'm saying it is the alpha and omega. We must look at the parties that push for that there must be an order, the ZEPs must be cancelled, and if it means that we must get out of SADC treaties, must get out of this OAU, because we benefit nothing. The only people who are benefiting are those who want an open border, Cecil John Rhodes, open border, where people can exploit, go to Congo, have mines. I'm sure now he's also part of the gold mafia.
No, let's not do that.
No, I don't know.
Sure,
and
sure.
And be part of the ShopRites, the Checkers of this world. I don't benefit from MTN. If MTN is making profit in Nigeria, the dividends are not declared, Game. It is only a few people like, no Rupert who are earning money, and a few politicians who are lagging behind, waiting for the crumbs. So, but as a South African, you're not going to be told that the rates of MTN are now lowered because in Nigeria we've sold this much. So we are not benefiting. So
you're saying the solutions is black South Africans need to buy local? Number two, they must look at the manifestos of political parties, and we need a space where if politicians are not delivering, we should be able to recall them. Because from a foreigner's perspective, you feel like currently they are not delivering what the South African people need, which is to get rid of illegal foreigners and ensure that legal foreigners come in the right way.
And South Africans, they must be patriotic. They must love this country, and they must remember, who are our brothers. And if people are coming here with malicious intentions, like I can tell you, 10 or 9 out of 10 foreigners who are here, the intentions are not that good. They are here to outwit, to outcompete, to displace our people. That's why now, if you see a typical South African, this question in a township, Umlazi, in Soweto, all the new squatter camps are not South Africans. All the CBDs are not South Africans. And if these guys are our brothers, they should be asking themselves, good, but where are the South Africans? If I'm employed here in a company, a motor industry, where all the employees are 100% Zimbabweans, Malawian, and if there's a South African, you'll be kicked out. They should be asking themselves, good, where are the locals? They're not doing that. So
what would your solution be for, we're focusing on African foreigners that are here legally or illegally, what would your solution be to them?
I'm focusing on all the foreigners, be it a Cyprus mafia, be it Dutch East India Mafia. South Africans, there's this whataboutism that normally when people saying, you know what, Nigerians are selling drugs, Zimbabweans are people will come and say, what about this? You know, South Africans have been fighting white foreigners. When you said we want economic transformation, we don't want that from Zimbabweans. They don't have that kind of power. We're not looking for that from a guy from Lesotho. We are addressing, you know, the people who came here in 1652 and saying, you know what, there's inequality there. The foreigners who came 1652, we're saying, you know, address these inequalities. So, and sometimes, or most of the time, it doesn't mean that if I'm not solving A, I can't solve B, you know. We are fighting.
I'm asking for your message to Zimbabweans, Malawians, Mozambicans who are going to be listening to you. What is your message to them that are here?
They must go home. They must go home.
Home is hostile.
Yeah? Is there war in Malawi?
No, I don't know. I'm saying that's the argument. They say it's not
good at home. Is there war in
Botswana?
Botswana? Is no war in Lesotho. I mean, look at Lesotho. Look at how Lesotho behaves. Lesotho is sabotaging this country through illegal means. I mean, illegal mining. Even their government officials, they were pressurizing Gwete Mantashe to say, allow these guys to mine. Those mines are supposed to be mined by our own people. If you're coming here from a foreign country, from Lesotho, Malawi, you know, you're saying, I'm going to add what you don't have. If you go to any other country, they'll ask you, what is it that you bring? And then you train locals. But guys who are coming here, they are not coming up with things that we do not have. We don't have a problem with people coming here, but they must bring scarce skills.
Your solution is they must go home.
They must go home, fix their country. They must also go home. No return, they must also go home and vote. I mean, majority of the people that are here, they're not even voting in Zimbabwe. They don't even want to go back.
I'll ask you a question as an advocate. If we've got illegal sanctions in Zimbabwe, and those illegal sanctions are persecuting Zimbabweans to make the government look bad, do you believe that we're going to have free and fair elections with sanctions that are supposed to make the government look bad?
I'd like you to not answer. I'd like you to not answer. I'd like you to please not answer.
But we were in sanctions, Tina.
I understand, and I'd like you to not answer. The question stands. When we have a platform again, you can address it.
But you know, in Palestine, they don't have.
I hear you, Ike. Please.